what is it, November 29th or so? Reading The Food Revolution, How Your Diet Can Help Save Your Life and Our World by John Robbins. This is a very inspiring book, very complete and informational. I'm starting here at chapter 5, A Healthy Plant-Based Diet. If the low-carbohydrate fad diets aren't reliable paths to health and loss of excess weight, why are so many people drawn to them? The reason is as simple as it is important. On the standard American diet, many people are overweight and unhealthy, and are willing to try anything that's easy and promises improvement. The conventional American diet is failing people, full of processed and refined foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats. It is not providing people with the experiences of their bodies that they want or need. It is, in fact, a tragedy. The fad diets have a point when they call for reduced consumption of simple carbohydrates. If the carbohydrates in your diet are mostly white flour and white sugar, it's a good idea to cut down. And for most Americans, sadly, the majority of their carbohydrate intake does indeed come from these sources. White flour and white sugar provide little nutritional value and squeeze healthier foods out of one's diet. The more sugar and refined grains people eat, the less they eat nutritionally complete foods that provide essential vitamins and other micronutrients. Researchers have found that a high intake of whole grains, on the other hand, consistently reduces the risk of cancer. Consumption of processed and refined grains such as white flour, on the other hand, increases risk for cancer of the mouth, stomach, colon, larynx, and esophagus. When researchers writing in the American Journal of Public Health reported on the Iowa Women's Health Study, they found substantially lower risk of mortality, including mortality from cancer, cardiovascular disease, and other causes, for women who eat at least one serving a day of whole grain foods compared to those who eat less. That's from just one serving of whole grains a day. But sadly, most Americans don't even get that. In fact, 98% of the wheat eaten in the United States is eaten as white flour. Only 2% is eaten as whole wheat flour. Wow, 98%. It says what we know. Percentage of nutrients lost when whole wheat flour is refined into white flour. Percentage of nutrients lost when whole wheat flour is refined into white flour. Protein, 25%. 25% loss. Fiber, 95%. Calcium, 56%. Iron, 84%. Phosphorus, 69%. Potassium, 74%. Zinc, 76%. Copper, 62%. Manganese, 82%. Selenium, 52%. Thiamine, 73%. Riboflavin, 81%. Niacin, 80%. Pantothenic acid, which is B5, 56%. Vitamin B6, 87%. Folate, 59%. Vitamin E, 95%. Of the 25 nutrients that are removed when whole wheat flour is milled into white flour, number of nutrients that are chemically replaced or enriched is 5. So we take out all this shit and then put some kind of an artificial replacement back in. All right. Percentage of total dietary energy in most traditional diets worldwide historically accounted for by whole grains. That's 75 to 80%. The Percentage of total dietary energy in most traditional diets worldwide historically accounted for by whole grains. Wow, 75 to 80%. Percentage of total dietary energy in standard American diet accounted for by whole grains, 1%. Percentage of total dietary energy in standard American diet accounted for by whole grains, 1%? In the standard American diet. Wow. Anyway, it's a rainy day, and there's some stuff about refined flour and sugar.